Hello and welcome to the Halo Forge Epidemic. This is Oakley HiDef and I'm here to bring you a tutorial based on a farm. So as you can see, this is a farm complex. That's what we like to call it on the inside. And it's actually maybe going to turn into an invasion map, more of a casual one, but that's besides the point. What I'm going to be talking about today is how to make a farm setting. So basically you want to build the farm in the canyon just because it's self-contained and it's got long open sight lines that would be typical with a farm. I mean, I guess you could choose to build a farm up here. That wouldn't make much sense for farming. On the island, you could try and put a farm there, but a farm on a small island really doesn't make much sense either. So what you're going to end up doing is probably building a farm over here. Oh yeah, and I forgot to get rid of this. This is for our casual invasion map that we're working on. I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with aliens and a farm. So you can look forward to that in the future. Back to the video. I've created a farm here with lots of different objects, so I'm going to be going through all the different components. So basically the centerpiece of your farm is going to be Farmer Joe's house, which is over here. And it's pretty easy to make, actually. What you want to do is have brace larges over on the sides. You just submerge them into the ground and then use those as walls. So it's going to be 4 across, but then you're going to open one up and delete it on either side to make a window over here and then a door over here. So that's how you're going to want to do that. Then for the in order to put the roof together, you just get this corner 4x4 piece, stick it in right like that. And then to put the roof together itself, what you're going to do is go on 15 degrees and put these bridge medium pieces together on an incline just like that. And then you stack them up. And the nice thing about this is they come together, overlap, and give this cool thatched look to the roof. It looks like it was built out of different tiles and materials and put together, which gives a nice texture and overall feeling to it. Okay, and then for the house, as I said before, you have a door over here. You left this space open for a window, and of course you can have other doors here and back there. So I guess we'll talk about the interior. So what I've done over here is made a couch. This is made using just platform pieces. Here we have a bridge small place here in the back, obviously another, or actually that's a bridge medium in the back, and to give it that cushion feel I put a cover piece on an incline right here, and on the side put a column right there, stuck an antenna piece up through the top and a cone for the light. Now moving on, I gave the farmer guy a little desk here. Here you go, just put this bridge, it's not sticking out, put this bridge piece right here. Actually, I'll pull it out just so you guys see. You just use the top of it to make a small desk. Then to make a chair, what you want to do is put this satellite piece here, stick it down just so you're getting the back of the chair, and then you go ahead and you choose this column and you put it down right to a good height. Then for the flooring, use anything. In this case we just used platform extra large to submerge into the ground, but you can use anything you want. So that's basically it for the inside of the house. Also another detail I added was he has a small black and white TV, and you can see from the couch. And the way I did this is I have the place where it's set up is obviously just a block here. Then how I built the TV was first I put this armorability here, I put it on phase and I floated it up just like that, and then I brought this column over to make the TV basically. And what happens in this case is I have the armorability provides a light, and the column covers it up in such a way that I can't pick it up when I walk over it. So it's just an aesthetic piece, gives a white glow to the TV. And then of course I have a little antenna sticking up on his little black and white TV. So as an elite, or as Farmer Joe, I'm just going to sit here, watch TV, or do my desk. He doesn't do much on this farm. So over here in the back entrance, what I did was he has a little table to eat his meals. Then over here we added a grill. So the grill is easy, block on the bottom. Then for the, I guess where you would cook the things, it's right here. And that is teleporter frame. Then over here we have a small railing piece, I'll pull that out for you. And we changed the color to red. So that looks really cool, and then you put it just like that. So you can imagine you'd be grilling up some stuff here, take it inside to eat, watch TV, eat here, whatever. And also with the farm theme for his house, what you want to do is probably add a storm shelter. So this is what we've done here. Block in the back, block on an incline here, and then to make it look like you can go under, this is what I'll do a lot for doors, but this time it's on an angle. So I have this one piece here, It's the bank 1x2, and what I'll do is I'll sink it in just like this, decent amount. And then what we did in the middle is we had I'll pull it out all the way so you guys can see this. This is a door double piece. Sunk it in just like this. You get the railing part of it to be the divide, just like that. And then for handles, we had capture plates on either side, so that looks really nice in the end. And I think it gives a good feeling. It looks like you can almost go on the inside. And what you could also do is have a teleporter hidden in here so that when you walk on this, it would teleport you to another part of the map, which you could design to be an inside. And you can have another teleporter from wherever your other base is, your other room that's supposedly quote-unquote the inside. So I'll teleport there, and then once you're inside that room, if you want to teleport out, you could have a receiver node maybe hidden here in the ground that would let you come back out of the storm shelter. So that's a cool idea. So that's about it for this house here. Then what we did was we put mailboxes around the place, sort of follow the contours of this road that comes from the cave. It comes down here. Then you have your mailbox where it can be delivered. Easy enough to make. Railing piece on the top, and then antenna for the post. We have one here, and then we have another one over here, just the right height. Then what we did was we added a well right here, just columns put around in a circle, and actually it fits perfectly for a little monitor. And you can add a bucket and something over it to pull the bucket up, but we just decided to leave it like this. Then as I was building this map, I actually built it with Abel, I think a couple other people. We were thinking, what else does a farm need? So we had another table out here, and then of course the porta potty. So we built the porta potty out over by this little bit of water, because this is going to be the sort of the cesspool overflowing and stuff like that right here. Kind of gives it that meant to be effect. It's really gross, the brown water right behind the porta potty, but we felt it added to the theme. So yeah, basically how to do this is you have a bridge small piece on this side and on the other side to make the sort of the box. Then on the back you put a 3x1. Then we had a railing on the back and an antenna just to have sort of piping that'll take it down to the cesspool when you take a dump. Then on the top we have these pieces like this, bank 1x1s. Put them together to be the just the top of this porta potty. Then we had two railings to be the basically the door. So it's open and you just take a dump right here. And we put the column right there and made a little seat. So that's your porta potty. Crucial, of course. Then over here we put a bunch of different rocks that were sort of circular, submerged them, and that's supposed to be hay bales. Of course you can put yellow lights to sort of give it that more golden hay bale feeling look. Over here we made a little farm using braced tunnel pieces, as I showed you with outdoor details, just using them as a fence. Then I put all the tin cups upside down to make as if this is fencing off some sort of garden. So then I put sandbags upside down, which is basically where you would go ahead and plant whatever things you're growing here. So I just wanted to give a different texture to this corner of the map. I think it pulls it off well. What you could also do is maybe try and geomerge cones into the ground to make it look like you're growing carrots, or you can do all sorts of aesthetic tricks to sort of show what you're growing here, which could be kind of cool. Moving on, made a small, I think this is a hen house that someone designed, so that's pretty cool. They would come in here, there would be a door right to get in, and that would be the small hen house. I guess it could also be a dog house. Then over here we have the big silos in the back. It's pretty emblematic of a farm. And then over here we have the windmill, and that's pretty crucial to give it that farm look from afar. You can just tell that this is a farm based off the silos and the windmill. It gives it that overall feeling, as opposed to if everything was a house and everything's flat. That kind of secures your gaze. It's when you look up, you can see it from everywhere in the map, and it's almost the centerpiece of the map besides the main house. So it's pretty cool. I like it. It's pretty expensive just because it takes so many decorative pieces, but I think if you're going to make a small to medium map that's a farm, that's outside mostly, you can afford it. So that's basically it. And then let's see. Another thing to note is with this farm, of course, you can also expand on it. As you can see, there's no barn. We didn't add any other things. We didn't really have fields. So if you're going to make your own farm map, of course, go ahead and try and use what we have here, build off of it, come up with a barn, a stable, all sorts of things. Maybe someone could even build a tractor. If you put down a mongoose or a warthog, you can do all sorts of stuff. So just throwing out ideas that I want you guys to build off of and design your own maps. So that's the theme we're going for, just giving you guys an introduction to a different theme and then challenging you guys to go ahead and build off of it. So once again, this is Oakley HiDef with the Halo Forge Epidemic, and this has been a map describing how to build a farm. So I hope it's interesting, and again, don't forget, this may be a future project that we'll be working on with Invasion, and you can look forward to that as well. So thanks guys, signing out.